Gemini, happy air sign Tuesday, friends. Show March reset. I didn't come through with the March reading, but damn it, I'm here now. Okay. So, even though about 11 days have passed so far, technically 10, today's the 11th. We gonna reset. This is what's next, what's shifting, what needs your attention. Let's go ahead and start with the core vibe for the month. What's the purpose? Keep in mind, friends, that Mercury retrograde is starting here on the 14th, maybe the 15th, could be day off. We're already in the shadow period. We've been in the shadow period for a couple weeks now, but let's get to it. Let's see. What is the core vibe of your March? Take what resonates, friends. If you haven't already, you can watch your Messy Monday, and I did another post yoga flow reading this morning. So if you want to tap in with that, you can. Today's message was all about flow, how to go with the flow, how to show up, how to not let shit ruin your day. And we pulled a couple cards there. Funny enough, the card at the bottom of the deck is Valiant Courage. Take action with passion and solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Gates of Triumph. Look, Spirit being extra loud. Okay, so we got two cards. We have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons, and your light is shining brightly. I'm going to read these full cards because I'm not in a rush today. You're not going to be in a rush either. You're going to enjoy, or you can save the video and come back when you got a little time. Yeah, I've been in such a good mood today. Such a good mood today. I'm in a good mood most days. Get ready for new horizons. Stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and changes in your life. A journey is coming. It might be to a foreign land or a faraway place. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. Part of the glory of travel is stepping out of old habits, routines, and the repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel daunting, yet, in no small way, your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as they seem. There are no wrong turns. Every adventure and misadventure is a part of the course. You're on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bags packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for anything. The joy of travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you're seeing it for the first time. Nothing should be taken for granted. So, Gemini, if you have a trip planned or you've been feeling called to take a vacation, take one. Baby, them bills gonna be there. All right. Now, I have to give the disclaimer that Mona is not a financial advisor, but I've worked in finance for a long time. And even deeper than that, as a mentor and a teacher and a coach and a reader and all the other fuck. As a student of life, I promise you, we do what we can, but don't allow the fact that you got bills or Christmas is months away. Some of y'all are already saving, things of that nature. Don't let those things steal away your desire to experience shifts in your life. Even if it's just a small trip, if it's just a day trip, if it's just a trip to the next town over because you've never been there before. If you're feeling called to take those trips, take them. If there's a trip that was upcoming for you and things have kind of changed and other people are pulling out, take your motherfucking ass on a trip anyway. But if you've been feeling called to move or experience a new environment, do it. We don't get those intuitive nudges for nothing. Now, reaching your destination. Let's see. Your light is shining brightly. All your hard work and effort is paying off. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. If you're giving your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. A destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you have any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your successes in life. I'm going to mention it because the reaching your destination and what I just said to you all about Mercury retrograde kind of getting started here at the end of the week. When Mercury starts rotating this motherfucking ass backward, it calls in all of the things, all of the unlearned lessons, all of the residual unclosed chapters, anything that's kind of just still being lingering, and it asks you to address it. Not to suffer, not because you're a bad person, not because you don't deserve peace, not because Becky really just came in and disturbed your peace, or because Roger just came back and it's been. Set boundaries where you need to set boundaries. Close out those relationships if you don't want to have space for them in your life anymore. Decide if you're going to finish projects that you've started, or decide to honor them and close them out. One of the most interesting things I did for myself toward the end of last year was I gave away yes, a client booked a reading. And when I talked to her, she was like, I'm starting this business and I don't know where to start. And I do a lot of business coaching on the side as well. It just was an alignment. I knew I wasn't going to pour any fucking candles anymore. I knew that I was not going to be making bath soaks or really kind of doing any of that shit anymore. And so I packed that shit up and I sent it to her. That was me honoring closing out that chapter of my life with grace and gifting those things to someone else that could utilize them. Gift things, especially on those projects or those hobbies or things of that nature, where make some space in your life. Because Gemini, you're shifting towards something different. And you want to make sure you got space to receive those things. The voyage was long and there were many adventures along the way, but your trek reaches the destination. There's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop, rest, and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you've done. The traveler forgives those who on their voyage were less than honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, or sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You're reaching your goal. Let everything else go. You're a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Honor and celebrate yourself. You are so worth it. We took a little bit longer for that moment to kind of like dig through and look at the themes. And so we're going to kind of power through the rest. But I want you to sit with that, Gemini. These general readings are different from my personals because they're not nearly as long, right? But they're also kind of similar where I record them and deliver them to my clients so that you can rewatch them. This reading ain't going no motherfucking where. If you need to come back to it in a couple days after you've had some time to kind of think on it, to meditate on it, that's okay. Come back and revisit. Listen to it in a couple days when you're feeling different, when you've done some things. The security card kind of popped itself out. Miscalculations was sitting up, and magical. Anything that you're realizing, Gemini, like, I fucked up. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I hope to feel. This isn't the money that I was looking for. This isn't why I went to college. This isn't why I moved here. This isn't why I got married. This isn't why I left such and so and so. This isn't why I had these kids. That's okay. The kids you really can't do too much about. You find ways to like shift and transition and become the parent that your children need and not the ones that your parents raised you to be. That's the key. Okay. But it's okay. And then embrace things moving forward. It just means that they're changing. You are financially secure and abundant. Continue to grow to maintain stability in your career and finances. Multiple streams of income are recommended. Like I said, if you're working on any projects, you got any passion things that you wanted to get through, whatever, figure out if you're going to pick those things back up and power through them this month, or if you're going to let them go and grant yourself space and celebrate that journey up until and then release the remainder. Somebody told me all that woo-woo spiritual shit. And I told her, bitch, that's why you sad now. I didn't call her a bitch because I try not to throw that word around. And even now saying it, I'm not going to edit this out the video because y'all know me. If I said it, I meant it. But people that would refuse to believe that there are other ways to make life work for themselves and that there are other things that you could consider or try or explore that may pivot and shift your experience, you have a hard life. That's fixed mindsets versus growth ones. So we got determination. Consistency is key to achieving your goals. Keep doing what works well for you. Don't quit when you're tired. Quit when you're done, which is why I say again. And as Geminis, because I'm not just a tarot reader or a life coach, I also study astrology. I've been doing it longer than I've been reading tarot. I teach that too. But as Geminis, you guys are naturally curious. Your superpower is also what can be your downfall. Now, don't take this shit personal, because I'll get all up on this motherfucker and start talking shit about Aries. And I have many Aries placements, including my son. So it's not personal. But there is a bit of flexibility that you guys exhibit and exude, and like it makes you adaptable, but it also makes it a little difficult for you to kind of hone in on your thing and honor that. Go ahead and decide, Gemini, what we're doing here and what's important to you. Okay, so let's see. So we got the Six of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, new thoughts, new feelings, new opportunities. Money is still really, really big on the table. New ways to infuse who you are with who you're becoming. New opportunities for you to find people that better align with your experience. New opportunities for love, new everything. But because they're pages and not queens or knights or not even any necessarily like a number. This is beginning energy. This is like the spark of creation type energies. So you need to work this month, Gemini, on kind of closing out anything that's not you anymore. It's not a part of who you're becoming anymore. It's not a part of what's important to you anymore. It's not what's going to bring you joy anymore. It's not who you need to be connected to feel happy, seen, and validated anymore. This is not the career path for you anymore because you don't feel this or you don't feel that. Acknowledging, embracing, and starting to plot and plan for what's next. You are stepping into your power. You're learning how to embody harmony. But Gemini, these are earlier stages for you. All right, it's not gonna be one and done. Continued work. Let's pull a card for love. I want to see what's the tea in your love life. Now, keep in mind, these could be romantic connections. They could be friends. They could be coworkers. You have to take it as it resonates. It's 1:11, my time anyway. If you single, be a hoe this month. Oh God, I gotta look. I gotta stop saying shit like that in general readings, because then people like they assume I'm saying go stand on the street corner with a patent leather skirt on with your ass cheeks hanging out and all the things. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you, date. Enjoy, date yourself, allow other people to date you. We're not tying down to a motherfucking thing this month for my single girlies and gentlemen, and however you identify, to my single they and thems. We're just embracing things for how they go. For those of you where you are in a relationship, you or your partner may be receiving a bit of attention from others here this month, and is given a little flirty. I'm not gonna lie to you. In general readings, in all readings, I can't even look at you. I can't. Book a personal reading. Book a personal reading and I'll get real candid and raw with y'all. We can only get like 75% raw in these general readings. People be in them comments falling apart. For those of you where you've been quietly dating or seeing or talking to other people and you haven't quite let your partner know, I think that they probably are another thing that you need to consider walking away from here this month. We're going to pull one final card here to see what the biggest takeaway from the month is. I feel like this reading was unhinged, and even if it wasn't for you personally, it was for somebody. If this reading hit for you, please drop a comment below. Y'all come back and see me again. You like the video, you can book a reading for deeper insights. Y'all, my personal readings are fucking vibe. They're vibe. Blessings in disguise, trust, revelation, significance, surprises, and then you are ready. It's time, friends. That's what I got, Gemini. Love you. Bye.